Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode here at the Fit Fighter Podcast, the podcast gym of inspirational fitness talk. I am your host and fellow fitness goer, TJ Williams, giving you the insight of my fitness adventures, discussing and analyzing certain fitness-based subjects, and highlighting individuals involved in fitness past, present, and future. All right, for those who are just joining in, just to give you a heads up, this is a pre-recorded episode, so whatever I talk about probably months ago, you'll probably hear it as you tune in. But of course, we're now in April. All right, so of course, for those who know, this is Autistic Awareness Month. All right, so for those who are not aware of what autistic is or don't know the idea, so I would be well educated in what autistic is, because when you're surrounded by somebody that's has autism, you at least you understand like how they react and how they're basically their behavior. So let's just make sure that we're in check, or should I say we're updated of what autism is. Uh, all right, so kind of moving forward. Of course, I got a guest this week coming from oh, I forgot to ask where she's from, but she could tell me once I introduce it. Of course, she's Beachbody instructor, or should I say online coach. So she helps you figure out what programs you do for Beachbody. So probably something like Les Mills, which I do. But nevertheless, I'd like to introduce everybody to Chelsea Crick. So she decided to come on the show and kind of give her story. So I'm gonna let her take it away. So how we doing, Chelsea?
Good. Thanks for having me. So my background, I am from San Diego, California, but I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I've been a very active person all growing up. When I was really little, I did dance, gymnastics. I played softball, volleyball. I've always been really into being active, fitness, especially in California. You can do it year round, being outside, like it's awesome. And then I was a Division I athlete, and I played softball in college. And so, having the training and the nutritionist has always been a part of my life. I'm a dog mom. I love like traveling. I just got married in November, so living the newlywed life. Just love having fun and finding joy in my health and fitness journey, because it makes me feel better, and just I'm a better person when I take care of myself first, and then that way I can pour into others and help them with their goals with health and fitness.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds like a large accomplishment, especially when you're when you're into sports. I mean, you want to be at least the top athlete.
Yeah, definitely. And you're always competing against yourself. It's always good to have people in your circle to push you, but ultimately you're competing against yourself, and you don't want to compare your journey to someone else's journey. But having those people in your circle to support you and encourage you to keep going with your goals and stuff is really cool as well.
Amazing. All right.
Yeah.
So basically, you almost covered like the first question I was going to ask, like how do you describe yourself getting the fitness? But if you want to add on to that question, I mean, feel free.
So I'll give you a little like background of like when I like kind of started going like all in with my health and fitness journey. So like I was saying, like I've always been into fitness, staying active, being outside, walks on the beach, like stuff like that. And then I went to college and I had the workouts, the trainings, the nutritionist, all the things for 4.5 years. And then after I graduated, I kind of went on like a roller coaster of like working out. I would eat better. I'd do like little strings of like, trying to get back at it and getting into a routine. But then something like, I don't know, like if it was like a light bulb or something, in the end of 2017, I kind of was like sitting in our house and I was like, all right, like I'm tired of like feeling tired and just like blah and like, just like not like myself. Like I was, I was kind of winging it on everything that I did with health and fitness. And so I made a commitment to myself that I was like, hey, there's this new program coming out in the beginning of 2018. I'm going to go all in on it and see what my body can do if I really follow the plan. So the plan that I was following, it's called 80-day obsession, and it's over like a 90-day span, but it focuses a lot on like teaching you how to fuel your body, learn like what your body actually needs for fuel compared to like what your eyeballs think and what what you think you need, which I had no clue. Like, I wish I paid more attention to nutrition all throughout college, because I like heard them, but it kind of like went out the other ear, like I would listen a little bit and then not really pay attention, but I wish I dove into it more, because I probably would have been a better athlete had I had paid attention to the nutrition side a little bit more. So in that program, it focuses a lot on the nutrition, and it just kind of fueling your body and how important it can affect your performance, and pairing it with the workout programs or the workouts. It definitely supports all your goals and gets you those results that you've been looking for a really long time. So that's kind of like where I started. Like when I like really made that commitment to myself was at the beginning of 2018. I was like, listen, I'm going to give myself 3 months, see what I can do, like follow the plan, trust the process, show up, and just be consistent. And then after that 30 days, like self-evaluate, see how I feel. And then the rest is history, because once I hit the ground running, like I haven't stopped since, because I've been feeling so much better, and just overall, like completely transformed like my mood, my sleep, my energy, like just how I perform in the workouts. And so I'm just really grateful that I made the decision to like start, because that's like the hardest part, is like being honest with yourself, with like your nutrition and with your goals and how you feel overall. And because that's literally the hardest part, is saying, okay, today is my day one. Like I'm going to start, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do my best, whatever that looks like, that day. I'm going to try my best, and then just take it one day at a time, one meal at a time, and one workout at a time. So then like I did the 3 months, and then I loved it so much that I did that program again for another 3 months. And then with the way Beachbody works is that there's so many programs that you can pick from, like a variety. Like I'm talking like there's boxing, there's cross training, there's strength training, there's bar, there's boot camp, there's lifting, there's MMA, like there's there's dance, like there's everything. So you can constantly switch up the style of training. So once I'm done with one program, I just like jump into the next and just keep on like going. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of how I like got into it. Like I said, I was always into fitness and stuff, but I never really had like a plan to follow, because I think that makes a huge difference, is when you like have a plan to follow, a plan in place, no more winging it, like making it up, like no more Pinteresting or like YouTubing like random workouts to do. Like I just finally had a plan and a program to follow to help me, kind of get into it.
Of course, that kind of reminds me of my journey. I mean, I don't know if you listened to my first episode, but I was talking about like how I started getting the fitness. Some people have that health scare that like kind of pushed them into getting the fitness. So there's like, man, I don't want to die young. I mean, I want to at least live long enough. So here I am. I want to have kids. So I want to have at least see my grandkids. So from there, I mean,
Definitely.
I kind of got into fitness. I wanted to have a structure. So what you was talking about, you wanted to have a structure going
Yeah.
into fitness, and of course,
Yes.
nutrition is always important. It's kind of hard now because the one thing you do when you get off of work, you want to go straight to McDonald's or any other fast food restaurant, and it's like for me, it's like I should have enough energy to cook my own food. And I mean, instead of just going somewhere where meals are done like at a fast in Greece. No way.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Mhm. Well, and one thing that was really helpful for me throughout the whole program, like when I first started, was meal prepping. So I do this thing where I call it my scoop and go method. So I take all the different food lists, like food groups, and there's food lists, and I take like 2 to 3, sometimes a little bit more of each food group, and I prep those. Like, so I take like a bunch of different proteins, bunch of different carbs, veggies, healthy fats, fruits, and then I lay them out all in different containers. And then throughout the week, depending on like, what I'm feeling, I can mix and match different foods together and just make a meal out of it. So it's already prepped and ready to go. And it's super easy and effective for me because I can just mix and match according to what my meal plan kind of tells me, in that structure tells me like, okay, before you work out, we're going to have a protein, veggie, and carbs. Then I open up the fridge, I grab a protein, veggie, and carb already prepped, and I just throw it in the microwave. Like I'm very keeping it simple. Like I don't cook. I cook sometimes, but more often than not, the most things that I cook are like ground turkey. And that's like, you're just like throwing it in the pan, like I season it, or I bake some proteins, but I don't really make anything fancy. I keep it super, super simple. And I know that like it keeps me full and satisfied and, kind of does the things. So I found that helps me, is just doing my scoop and go method. Like I can share like a picture of it or however it looks too, but it's like, I'll cover my entire counter of just things like in different, those like black container, like meal plan containers. And cause I don't like when my food touches too long. So I don't like pre-make all of my meals. I just scoop and go throughout the day. So it's very helpful for me. And if I know I'm out traveling throughout the day or like going to be out and about, like I just bring it in the to-go container and then kind of just eat it on the go.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. It's like I only cook like once a week.
Yeah.
With all the time I got working a full-time job, of course, teaching classes, and of course going to wrestling shows. I had to really just like spend that one time just just cooking my meals, and then I'm prepped. I'm almost set for
Yeah.
the week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think my meal prep, I think it takes maybe about 30 to 40 minutes. Like I'll do it today. And I just like, a lot of the foods that I consume are either microwavable, they're frozen, easy to like pop in the microwave, pop in a pan, like very, very simple, like nothing crazy. Not doing anything crazy recipes or anything. Because I think a lot of people out there think that you have to do this like crazy recipes, crazy things, instead of just like going back to the basics and, just keeping it super simple. And I'm starting a new nutrition program tomorrow, actually. So I've been looking through all the program materials and stuff. And the creator of that program, she was talking about like, when you're grocery shopping, like try to stay on like the outside of the grocery store and the outer aisles, because you're going to find a ton of like nutrient dense, like really good, like nutrient foods on the outsides, as much as you can. There's certain things that you're going to have to go like on the inner aisles, but like stay on the outside of it, because you're going to find like a lot of your proteins, your veggies, your carbs, like your fruits, like all that stuff is going to be on the outside. So there's just like a good reminder too.
Yeah, that's like the first thing I do. Either I go to Walmart or any other store, I go straight to the produce.
Yep.
I rather like make my meals authentic and then just cook them from there, other than just like getting some frozen and they have some type of chemical in there that can kill me or even make me even sick. So
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. And it was a learning curve for sure. Like before I started the first program I ever did, I had an idea of what a portion was, or like kind of knew what I should be eating. Like, but then when my eyes literally turned into like softballs, when I like really understood like, wow, this is what my body actually needs compared to like what I thought. Like I was totally like off, like in the amount, like, cause I eat every 2 to 3 hours, like throughout the day. So instead of having like a big breakfast, big lunch, big dinner, like I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours. And I've just learned that my body like really likes that style. And I can pay attention to the portion sizes of it. So I've learned a lot about like how much my body actually needs compared to what I thought, to be able to perform at its like highest level. But yeah, it's been definitely helpful.
And this is like amazing conversation. It's like you're basically killing the questions I'm asking. But I mean, this, well, we can buy fast, but definitely if like something comes up and I like talk about it. But of course, did you like talk about your biggest challenge in your starting up? I know you probably discussed it, but
Yeah.
yeah, so kind of like a reminder. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I can think of probably two right off the top where my like biggest challenge was the nutrition part of it, just understanding like what my body needed,
Yeah.
when to eat. Cause I very much like I need a structure. I need something to follow and something to tell me like, why am I going to do this? When am I going to do it? What am I eating? Like, I need that because if I don't, I end up just winging it and then just be like, well, it was just, I tried, you know. But if I'm like, okay, here it is, it's all written out and it's very simple to follow, that's helpful for me. So that was a big adjustment because I basically like, it was January 14th was the first January 14th, 2018, like was my day one. But I spent the entire week before, I was like, okay, I'm going to go like, we're doing this thing, like you're going to do it. And you're just going to try one day at a time. And just like, there's going to be bumps in the road, but we're going to adjust as it goes. So what helped me is I had like a food journal and it mapped out like exactly when I was going to eat, what I was going to eat, have for the day. So that was an adjustment. And that was probably one of the biggest challenges because I was actually talking to a friend before this. We were talking about her nutrition and I was telling her, I was like, I was shocked because I'm actually eating more now than I was before. And I was about 30 pounds heavier than I am. Like I've lost almost 30 pounds. And so it was kind of like, wait, I'm eating more now and I'm getting better results. How like that is crazy to me, So the nutrition part of it was the first one. And then the second one that I think was one of the biggest challenges was like a routine and just figuring out like, okay, here's what my day looks like for work or whatever life. When is me time or when am I going to work out? So like my workout time was like 7 a.m. or so then I had to backtrack and like, okay, when am I going to eat and like fuel my body before I do my workout? Like all the things I had to really navigate through and kind of figure out what routine worked for me. So I think like the nutrition and routine was probably the two biggest challenges when I first started, but it definitely got easier over time because routines create habits, and then they create also consistency. And once you kind of get into that habit and consistency of that routine, then you just like, it almost feels weird when you like don't do one of those things like in your day to day. So like I love the feeling of like movement and moving my body, and whether it's just going for a walk or like, just like doing a workout or whatever, like I really enjoy that. And so it feels weird if I don't get outside if I can and just like go for a walk with my dog or whatever. So it's part of my routine, just to get moving and kind of feel my body. And I can definitely tell, I was also telling my friend earlier that eating more consistent or like more often throughout the day, I kind of miss that window of like feeling hangry, like, like I catch myself, like if I go long strains of time without like eating, like my husband's like, you need to eat, like, because like, I can tell you're about to get like real hangry. And I'm like, yep, I need food. The food is like, because your body like needs that fuel for energy and nutrients throughout the day. So it's definitely like, it's crazy how much it makes an impact on your day too.
Yeah, when you talk about being hangry, it's like it reminds you of a Snicker commercial. I mean, yeah.
Oh, and it's bad. Like I'll get like, I get sassy, like kind of like where I'm like, I need food now or I'm gonna freak out, like, and so then like luckily like I have like that mindset where I do have things in my house that I always have prepped that I can just grab and like kind of fuel my body pretty quick. So that's what's helpful when I do meal prep is I do have a lot of options in my house to just kind of grab and go when those times come. But it helps when I follow the timed like nutrition based around my like working out or throughout my day, whatever it may be.
Amazing. Yeah, trying
Yeah.
to get away from this angry stuff and thinking of a sticker commercial. Those are
Oh
so
yeah.
hilarious.
Oh yeah. So funny.
All right. Going to your goal. I mean, of course, you became a Beachbody online
Health
coach,
and
of
fitness
course.
coach. Yeah.
Yeah. So would that say that be your ultimate goal, or what would be your ultimate goal?
Well, I was kind of telling you before this, like my goal one is just to help as many people as I can, like with their health and fitness goals. So like one of the coolest parts about my job as an online health and fitness coach is to one, take care of myself first. Like that's the ultimate priority. Number two is just help others use the same tools that I've used that have made my life like help me transform my life and guide them through, hold them accountable. And it also is holding myself accountable. Coaching gives me the ultimate source of accountability because I know that people are counting on me, so it's like kind of like a ripple effect. But the other thing I really like is having the goal of helping as many people, because I know like if it's helped me, like I know it can help so many other people with their goals with health and fitness. But I was sharing with you earlier that like with health and fitness, like I would love to be like in one of the programs, or like one, maybe create a program of my own. Like I think that would be really cool to do. But yeah, that's kind of one of my goals, help as many people as I can take control of their health, because they deserve it. They're enough and they're worth it. And everyone deserves to be here for a really long time. So if I can have like any, like even like a little drop of that piece of their story, like I am here for it. Like if I can make an impact on anybody's life, one person, two people, bazillion, like I am in. So it makes, and it also makes me feel really good too when I do see like my friends and family and people that I've like friends of friends and stuff that I've made like even a little impact on their life. Like that's my goal, is just to make an impact and help support, bring joy and find that inner confidence and help others find that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you never know how many people are watching and then they get inspired. It happens to me a lot, especially when I'm
Yeah.
an instructor. The great thing that kind of happened to me when I was first starting with Les Mills Body Combat, which really helps, really kind of helps me because I
Yeah.
have that martial arts background. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
I
yes.
remember that.
Yeah, so really, yeah, it's like if you have any type of sports background, and then of course you have a class that kind of like is similar to
Tailors
that,
to
then
it.
yeah, and then that's like the class for you. Hey,
Yeah, definitely. Well, and I've taken some Les Mills classes at the gym, like when I used to go pretty like like at a gym. And I loved it. It was a great workout. And but yeah, I loved it.
yeah. So what would be your top classes for Les Mills?
I don't know. I mean, I love all like the MMA stuff, boxing stuff, but I love lifting weights. So I don't know I can't remember the exact names of all of them, but I love anything. I mean, anything that can build muscle and make me feel really strong, I'm down for anything. So I like all of them too. And I've loved or learned to love boxing and MMA. It is a little odd sometimes to like punch at air.
Yeah.
But it's like so much core work, and you can get so sore like in your back, and like it's working, and
Mm-hmm.
it's way more than just like just like punching. So I've learned to really love that, and like the cardio of that is crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I know you're not planning on actually doing the boxing. I mean, it's a lot of work, especially with me with martial arts. I mean, competing. Last thing I want to do is get knocked out or get an injury. But yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta be light on your toes.
yeah, and quick.
Yep. Light on
Yeah.
your toes and quick. And that's what also like kind of having that like athletic background is like the speed and agility part of it. So a lot of our programs, like they incorporate like speed and agility, light on your toes, like, and they really focus on the form of like different exercises, which is helpful, especially if someone has never ever seen a squat or a lunge, or like, you're just kind of like, where do I start? It's really cool to have the trainers like break it down and make sure that you're doing the form first, because it's definitely like quality over quantity, when you're doing it. Because if I'm just like, I'm doing it all wrong, then I might injure myself, and do it and then not be able to do it down the road. So I want to make sure my quality of each rep is better than, just kind of trying to knock it out.
Yeah, like for me, I mean, I don't focus on reps. I have like a program, or should I say, an app called Second Pro. So I like to
Mhm.
do time bouts. That I feel like that's more easy for me. And of course, I could set like how many minutes or how many hours I can do like a workout. For me, mostly if I wake up in the morning and I only got 30 minutes get ready, or at least get 30 minutes of getting the workout. I have that on my Second Pro timer app. So
Yep.
I mean, I could do that. And then of course, if I have more time, then I have my upper um time bouts. So
Yeah.
that's like a lot better for me because that really works. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
All right. So who would you say you look up to while you're on your journey?
I I was kind of thinking about that like ahead of time. I don't know if I have like someone that's like only one person, but I definitely think like I'm I'm more like I just want to make my friends and family really proud of myself, like, or what I'm doing and where I'm going. So those are, I don't really have like, there's not like a celebrity or like anything like that that I like look up to, but I think I'm just going to keep it like home base, and just like, I just want to make people that are close to me really proud of what I'm doing, where I'm going, and you know what my future holds, kind of thing.
All right, kind of keep that celebrity thought in your pocket because of course once we get to our hidden gem segment, I'll get
Oh
back to
yeah.
that. Yeah. uh,
Yeah, I got you.
all right. What subject do you feel people need to know about fitness?
I think people really need to know the nutrition side of things, because it does make a tremendous impact and effect on how you perform, how you feel. And actually was talking to a friend earlier, and I was telling her your nutrition is kind of like, and I'm gonna give you an example. So it's kind of like your car. If you run out of gas, you can't go anywhere, right? But you're going to go to the gas station, you're going to fill up your car with gas immediately so you can go to and from. So with nutrition, it's kind of the same thing. If you're not fueling your body with nutrition, it's not going to take you from A to B. It basically is going to like come to a halt, and you're not going to be able to perform and get you from one place to another. So as you're like going through your health and fitness journey, you figure out what your body needs to make sure that you have enough energy, and it does make an impact on your sleep and your mood and your overall how you're feeling throughout the day. So that I think is going to be very, very helpful if you can understand the nutrition side of things and what certain foods might be doing to your body in a positive way as well as in a negative way. I think that that's been the biggest game changer for me, is like taking an honest like evaluation of like, okay, what am I doing here? Like, what are my goals with my nutrition? What am I doing in the, like, what am I buying? What am I putting in my body? Like just sitting down and kind of thinking about like, okay, what are these going to be doing for me? What does my body need? And how can I fuel it consistently to make me feel good?
Yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
a bag of spinach won't help all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, you're not.
Well, yeah. Well, and then, I've seen like a bunch of like memes and stuff like about it where it's like, one salad won't make you skinny, and one like crazy fast food meal won't make you gain weight, you know, but like the consistency over time of like you feeling your body and with a balance, you know, still enjoying the foods that you love, is going to help over time, and your results won't come overnight. They come over time, and it just takes some consistency and effort and having a plan to follow. I think that's definitely very helpful.
All right. So before we kind of get to our hidden gym segment, here's the last question. What motivational or inspirational quote describes your journey?
Ooh, describes my journey. So I have a couple that I can kind of think about. So one would be, if you want something you've never had, you must do things you've never done. So I really like that one. That one's always like in my head, because I'm thinking like, you know, whatever the goal is, like if I'm like talking about, you know, if I want to earn something or, you know, reach a certain goal with my health and fitness, okay, how am I going to get there? And if my approach that I'm currently doing is not working, it's time to change my approach, you know? And so that one, I like, what's that one? I don't want to mess it up. Growth never comes from comfort zones. I love that one. Because it's okay to fail, and it's okay to reach for the stars, but sometimes you have to push yourself beyond your comfort zone in order to see that personal growth. I think those two are my two that I can give you. There's a bunch that I love the little quotes and, you know, things, but those two probably stick out the best.
Oh, here's a quote. This is a quote I normally say. If you break a sweat, you become wet. If you don't try, you stay dry.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, exactly right. Like,
yeah.
You know, and then this one's just funny, like, I think, and it's, squeeze it now so somebody can squeeze it later. Like, so then it's like talking about, you know, the fitness stuff about it. But yeah, I definitely think those couples are good ones for me.
All right. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have reached our hidden gym segment. So, of course, this is going to be a series of questions. This is the fun part. All right. So definitely, we got the workout out of the way first. So now we kind of have to relax with this hidden gym segment. This is where the fun begins. All right. So here's the first question: the best advice you ever gotten?
Best advice I've ever gotten. I'm going to keep it short and simple, is to go for it. Like, if you want something, you got to put the effort in and just put your blinders on and go for it. I think that's probably my best advice. Go for it. If you want something, you got to go get it. Like, keeping it short and sweet.
Yeah. It sounds like Rocky Pie. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I think like within everything, in all aspects, not just with like health and fitness, like simplifying it and keeping it simple and just trying your best not to overcomplicate whatever situation. You know, and I revert back to the nutrition side of it, like keeping it simple has helped me so much. And I for a while was thinking the nutrition part of it was the scariest part, but really it was just me taking time to sit down and say, okay, I need a protein, veggie, and a carb. What do I have? You know, like, and just thinking about how do I make this simple and not, there's already a bazillion things going on in the world and in my head. Like, how can I simplify this to make it easier on me? And so just keeping it simple and going for it. It's probably the best.
All right. So here's the next question that some people don't get, but the worst advice you ever gotten?
The worst advice I ever gotten. That one's hard because I don't know, like none like stick out in my brain. I don't know. I might have to come back to that after the next couple of questions, because I need to think about the worst advice, because I don't think I've ever gotten one. I think sometimes like the worst advice is like, if I gotta figure out how to word this, but like someone from the outside just having like an opinion of like what I'm currently doing, and like they're making assumptions or something like that. Like, you know, just kind of like digging at what I'm doing and trying to bring me down kind of thing. Like that maybe is like not the worst advice, but maybe like a thing that I kind of think about.
All right. Here's some next question. I know you're kind of careful with this one. Guilty pleasure. How do you reward yourself?
Just like in general, like with everything, or just like with goals, or what?
Well, sometimes with fitness, people in fitness, it could be food, it could be anything, but I mean,
so the way I reward myself, workout clothes, or like shopping.
yep.
I love that. That's probably the main one. I love new workout like outfits and different shoes and like little shopping sprees here and there. But that's probably like my goal reward, or if there's like a road trip or something that works out in my schedule, just like on an impulse do that. But mainly just like the workout gear or something tangible that I've like really wanted.
Yeah, I see you go to Disney a lot. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I love Disney. Yeah, I love all the Disney princesses, all the Disney things. Like, just makes me happy.
Yep. Definitely my main movie is Lion King. Definitely.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's an original. I love it.
Yep.
My favorites are like Little Mermaid, Lion King. I love Alice in Wonderland. Like, I love all the originals.
Well, here's a preview. Here's a preview of how like Simba. Everything like touches is our kingdom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can really fool somebody with that voice of Mufasa. I mean, yeah.
Mufasa. Love it. That's awesome.
I mean, if James Earl Jones retires, then I can fill in for him.
You're ready. You're ready to go.
Yeah. A king's time as rulers rises and falls like the sun.
You sound just like him.
Exactly. I can seriously fool people with Darth Vader too.
Yes.
All right. Remember I said keep that celebrity thought in your pocket? Here goes the next one.
Oh,
what famous celebrity you like to work out with?
Ooh, who would I like to work out with? I'm gonna say I'll give you three, I think. Right. The Rock.
I knew it. I
think he would be really cool to work out with. Mark Wahlberg, I think, would be cool.
Oh man.
Jennifer Lopez, because she freaking kills it. I'm trying to think. I gave you three, but I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that. I mean, there's a bunch, but those three I think would be good, like pushers.
Yeah, I mean that's like the most common person that people like to work out with is The Rock. So yeah.
I mean, he's just a cool dude. So I think it would be awesome to work out with him.
Yeah, I had a dream that I actually met The Rock. I mean, really, I think I was like in a movie or something, or just like he's just like just passed by me, and I said hello. I mean, it'd be nice to actually meet him for real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would be really cool.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, maybe I should tell him I met the Undertaker. Then he'll probably get to say hello to me.
Yeah, one of my friends from home in San Diego, her mom, I think it went to high school or middle school or something with him, and then her brother was in the movie. Do you know the movie The Tooth Fairy?
Yeah,
that he did. So my friend's brother was in the movie with The Rock, so it was like really cool seeing them. And he says they all say that he's like the best.
Awesome.
Yeah. Small world.
Yeah, definitely. I meet all these celebrities going to Comic-Cons and all that stuff. And I mean, of course, I met a couple when I went to Vegas for our martial arts convention. I mean, that's a.
Yeah, I've worked at or I got an opportunity. A bunch of my friends from home, we got to like promote a movie that was coming out in the Comic-Con, and I actually think it was called. I want to say it was called Quarantine or something. I don't know. I don't know if it ever like made it out, but like, or something. I have to look back at what the movie was called, but I remember we like got to promote some kind of thing that was coming out. But Comic-Cons are always so fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially when you cosplay. That's yeah.
Yep. Definitely. And the big conventions, and they have a big one in San Diego.
Oh, that's probably one I want to go to, the San Diego
Yeah.
Comic-Con. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a big one down there, downtown at the convention center.
Yeah. Of course, I've been to one in Toronto. It's called Fan Expo. I mean, that's like a big one too. I mean, there's hardly any room to walk around because you got so many people like either waiting to get autographs from celebrities or even getting the photo ops. So I
Yeah.
was lucky enough to go one day to meet like two cast members of Saved by the Bell. So that was yeah,
Yeah. That's cool.
yeah. Oh, it's always cool to meet famous people. I mean,
Yeah.
wonder if I got enough to make it to Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right, secret talent.
Secret talent. If some of my friends are listening to this, they're gonna laugh. But so I have like a grape catching talent.
Okay.
And there's actually like a YouTube video of it, but like I can catch grapes from like really far distances in my mouth,
Yeah.
like really far distances. I think the farthest I've ever gone is, well, not the farthest, but video proof is like from center field to like home plate, like that distance catching it. So that's maybe like my secret talent, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've definitely gone like, I'll take like some, well, I've had a bunch of different people that throw it to me, but I've had like quarterbacks throw it to me, my dad, mom, friends, like teammates, like, then we just see like how far we can go. But
Hey,
I like
uh,
my secret talent.
I just know something that you seen like the first Ninja Turtle movie back in 1990, like the first
Uh,
Ninja.
yeah,
Yeah, you kind of look like Judith Hogue. She played April O'Neil. Yeah,
I
really take
like
a look.
it.
Yeah, really take a look at her, and you'll see what I mean.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah. I actually met her too. Yeah,
Oh nice.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look and do a little side by side, like a picture of me and then her next to each other.
yeah. I think she had the hots for me too.
Oh my gosh.
She said I
Hey,
was handsome. So yeah, so
hey,
that's a
that's cool. That's awesome.
all right. And since we were talking about movies, so if you were in a movie, what kind of movie would you be in?
If I was in a movie, what kind of movie would I be in? I think it would have to be something with like, I don't know. I feel like Wonder Woman. I don't know. I
Hmm.
feel like it'd have to be something with like superpowers or like strength. My mom and her friends, they always joke with me that they think I'm like the strongest woman in the world. Like because I just can lift like, I don't know, like I very deceiving, I guess. And then when I lift something like super heavy, they're like, how did you do that? I'm like, I just did it. I don't know. Like I just lifted it up. So I think something like that, like superhero, not so much like action, but like superpowers, superhuman, something. I think that's what I would be in.
Yeah, sound like
Or
some.
Disney. Or Disney for
Uh-huh.
sure.
Yep. Yeah. I'll take it.
A Disney princess with superpowers of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah, that was you really caught me there. So that's what I was thinking. Disney movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe it would be like it would definitely be like a Disney princess with super strength or something.
Or Encanto.
Oh
You ever see?
yeah, definitely. I was just watching that the other day. So that, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely that's the one movie that just came to mind. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. 10 years from now.
Where am I at or what?
Yeah, like that'd be the last question. Like 10 years from now.
10 years, where am I at? Well, we have a family, big house, lots of dogs, successful like with our work and traveling a lot. One of my goals is I want to fill up all the pages of my passport. I really want to like travel. I love to travel and see different countries and go, I mean, and within the US too, but like I just love, like we just went to the Dominican Republic last week, which was super fun and which was a coaching trip that I earned, so which was cool. So I got to experience that. But yeah, I think just having successful business, successful like all around, I think that would be good.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I might want to travel to a different country. Of course, I've been to Canada a lot, so it's like it's not closer to me. Simple,
Yeah.
simple drive across the border, and of course,
Yeah.
my brother lives there pretty much. He's got dual citizenship. And of course, like a couple of weeks ago, I got to at least go back to Canada after 2 years of being quarantined or the pandemic dropping. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite, I mean, I've been lucky enough that I've been able to travel a lot, but I think a couple of my favorite places that I've been, I loved Ireland. Sweden was awesome. The Dominican was great. Prague is great. I'm trying to think, like, I mean, Mexico's great. Australia, like, I just love, like, I love seeing different countries and just traveling. I get like a high off of it, an adrenaline rush when I get to travel and go to see a different country and experience something different.
Oh, definitely, I want to try to aim for Australia. Of course, I got to talk to another a strong woman from Australia, Red Wire. So I had a good conversation with her. So
Yeah.
so I'd be surprised if I actually travel there and then actually bump into her. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to bump into her too hard. She'll probably knock me over. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, maybe. I don't
yeah,
know.
but also I'd probably like to visit Japan. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, at least learns different martial arts style. I mean, of course, they're very known for martial arts. So that's
Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't ever been there. Trying to think where we're going next. I can't remember. We don't have like any like crazy trips the rest of the year or anything, just like within the US, I think, unless one just like randomly happens. But yeah, I've been very lucky to experience a lot of travel. Germany was awesome.
oh,
Squirrel moment, but Germany was awesome. I'm trying to think of like, just different countries that I've been to.
amazing. All right, Chelsea. But so before we kind of close in, is there any last minute words you'd like to tell to our listeners out there?
I would like to say that you are capable of anything that you put your mind to. If you want something, you will make it a priority to try your best to go after that. But you are definitely capable of more than you think, and you're stronger than you think. And just to go for it.
Amazing, awesome. All right,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Chelsea, for joining me. All right,
No
so
problem.
oh
Thank you for having me.
yeah, just a quick question. Did somebody accidentally actually call you Chelsea Cricket? Because I know your last name is Crick, but it kind of like people just it just comes out like
Comes
I'm just
out.
yeah,
No, not yet. I haven't experienced, I'm still in that process of like changing my name in my head.
yeah.
So I haven't heard that one yet. But I'll
Okay.
let you know if anyone says that to me, because I haven't heard it yet. So, but maybe, I don't know.
Well, if any chance that happens, you can sell that to Disney, and then of course, they can make another Pinocchio movie.
Yes. Yeah, that would be awesome. I think I'm actually going to Disney. I hope, I think in June. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make my way to Disney somehow. At least, of course, I've gone to Las Vegas like 11 times, so that's at least close to
That's
Los
good.
Angeles. Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's a couple hour drive. So it'll be good.
yeah, I'll take the heat. I love extreme heat, but I get a lot of energy. I like that's like if it's cold, that's like kryptonite to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vegas heat hits different.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah, but it gives me that energy. It's like I'm invincible.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
All right, so thank you very much for joining me. So I'm gonna do my little closing to my podcast. All right. Hello. So for those who are just tuning in, tune into my previous episodes on the bicbpradio.com, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And yet I'll see you next time for another episode here at the Fit Fighter Podcast. This is your host, TJ Williams, closing the gym.